Here's a line drive out to center field. It's a grand slam! Going back is Shaw. He is going to get there. What a catch. And he's going to hop over the fence while doing it. What a... Coming home is Morales to throw on a double hop. Is it in time? It is in time! Here's a rocket. Deep left field. Does this have a chance to go? It is gone! Go ahead, homer. Tyler Wilkins on the first pitch. Play called for a back on the 14th, and there's number 100. Stephen Devaney with a line drive to left. He's 2 for 2. And with triple digits for number 1 as difference. And here's a ground ball. Shooting from the left side. And Kingsway has won the Ralph Shaw opener. Here we go. Fly ball deep left center field. And it is gone! Grand slam! Scott Lynch, grand slam! Is the man of the hour. There's a ground ball that's going to go into center field. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be booted. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Pittman has won it in extras. Walk-off single, Jude Engstrom. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swinging on this! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic.
Hold on, we got a bit of a blur on the camera, but we'll fix that as we go along. Welcome, folks, to the first of 2 games we'll be covering today here at the Devon Avenue Fields. The first game's right here, Audubon and Haddon Heights. The second game is in Audubon. The same 2 teams are playing, but you switch the genders. It's going to be girls soccer at 7 o'clock tonight at the Green Wave Turf, and in fact, it's an important milestone for us here at DWB, as it will be our 200th broadcast on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Our first one on YouTube was on October 5th, 2021 with boys soccer between Gloucester and Audubon. And how fitting is it that Audubon gets to be the 200th broadcast in a soccer game as well, at the same place where it all started 2 years ago, actually 1 year and 360 some odd days. But as we close off the months of September, don't forget we still have Friday Night Lights football tomorrow with Glassboro and Clayton at 7 o'clock, and Woodbury and Gloucester 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, September 30th. But ignore all of that. Let's talk about today's game. Audubon dropped a tough one to Collingswood on Tuesday 2-0 for Collingswood's first win since their start of the season on September 7th. They beat Pemberton easily 7-1, but they had lost 6 in a row before Tuesday when they shut out Audubon. And in those 6 games in a row that they had lost, 3 of those losses were by 6 goals, and only 1 game was a 2-goal or less deficit. So Audubon's looking to really bounce back from that tough loss, that upset on Tuesday. And Haddon Heights, they're riding high under the head coach of Jeff Eppright. After a 500 season last year of 8-9-1, now they're on a 6-1 streak to start the year. So Haddon Heights is red hot. But what can we say? Haddon Heights has won the last 5 matchups between these 2 teams, between Haddon Heights and Audubon. Heights has been 5-0 since 2020. But the goal difference in all 5 of those games has been 2 or less. There's been a couple 3-1s, there's been a 2-1. Remember the last time Heights played Audubon, it was in Audubon, and Heights took a last-minute overtime goal to win 2-1 in extras. So what's to say Audubon can't pull off the upset? What's to say Haddon Heights can't continue their 6-game winning streak and continue the momentum here at home at the Devon Avenue Fields and the Joe McCullough Sports Complex. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to refocus this camera. We're running a little bit behind in terms of the game time here at Haddon Heights, because right now it is, it is right now 3:45. So game should have already started, but they're doing the warm-ups. Perfect for me. And as soon as I say we're going to go to break, the focus fixes on my camera. So how ironic is it? Off to a great start, folks. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Haddon Heights graduate and class of 2023, Vincent Vogt. We'll be right back.
Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Alright, there we go. One more try there. Captain's meeting at the center of the pitch. It's going to be Audubon and Haddon Heights today in our first of 2 games of this boys and girls doubleheader. Bit of an overcast afternoon here in Haddon Heights. A little bit of wind, a little bit of chill, nothing too bad. Here in Haddon Heights, it is going to be 63 degrees, cloudy, wind blowing to the northeast at 11 miles per hour, humidity at 77%. And it looks like we're going to be clear for the rest of the night in terms of rain, and it's going to start Going to start dumping some rain on us at 11 p.m. tonight. We had one day of sun, and then we lost it. So, Audubon meeting on the left side of the field. There's Mike Tomasetti talking to his crew, and then Jeff Eppright getting some quick workouts in for for Haddon Heights before the ball game begins. Again, as we said, Audubon boys soccer 5-3 this year. They beat Maple Shade on Monday on Yom Kippur, and then lost to Collingswood in the night game on Tuesday, and Upright's Garnets were 7-8-2 in 2022. But this year they're off to a much better start, 6-1. They beat Sterling 2-0, Haddon Township 2-1, and their only loss of the year was on the 14th when they lost to West Deptford 4-2. They beat Collingswood 5-1, Haddonfield 3-2, Pennsville 4-0, and Gateway 3-1. And after this, they have a pretty nice schedule ahead with a Salem home game tomorrow. They play Sterling, followed by Haddon Township, West Deptford, Triton, Collingswood, Haddonfield, Gloucester, Catholic, Bishop, Eustis, and they close off the season with Highland on the 23rd. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Vincent Folks, 2023 Haddon Heights grad, here in the Devon Avenue Field and the Joseph McCullough Sports Complex. Audubon and Haddon Heights wrapping up their pre-game testimonials and their meetings. As here we go, Dave Bogan is going to be in the starting goalkeeper spot for the Green Wave, at least in this first half. As Audubon will be on the left side of your screen with the white jerseys and the yellow accents green numbers. Haddon Heights will be on the right side of your screen with the maroon red jerseys and the yellow accents and numbers. Again, Audubon has not beaten Haddon Heights in the last 5 times they've played. And of course, Audubon shaking his hand with the assistant coach of Haddon Heights. Tomasetti's been around in this game for 15-20 years at least in Audubon soccer, but he looks to add another win onto his resume, his illustrious resume this afternoon. Like we said, folks, this is going to be our first of 2 games today. The boys play right now. The girls play at 7 o'clock. Haddon Heights and Audubon, this time in Audubon. As we were talking about, though, even though Heights has been the victor in the last 5 meetings between these 2 teams, it's not like the scores have been that crazy. Haddon Heights beat Audubon 2-1 in overtime last year. They beat them 2-1 and 2-0 respectively twice in 2021, and they beat them 3-1 both times in 2022. Audubon is 2-3 in their last 5. Haddon Heights is 4-1 in their last 5, getting on a 4-game win streak versus their Colonial Conference opponents. But the last time that Audubon beat Haddon Heights was September 16th, 2019 with a 3-1 loss. That was the year that Haddon Heights went 8-10-3 with ties to Collingswood, West Deptford, and Clayton. So we'll see what they can do. Audubon gets out of their huddle on the left side of the pitch. Haddon Heights getting ready to get this one underway. Goalkeeper for this afternoon's game will be the highlighter neon green number 00, Sean Fisher. And again, Dave Bogan in the spot for Audubon this afternoon as well. He's been in and out the last couple of games. Andrew Troe was subbing him out a little bit, but now Bogan, the junior class of 25, is back in it. You're watching coverage of Colonial Conference Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We hope you guys enjoy the broadcasts, and yes, I mean plural, because again, we're running 2 of them tonight. Minutes of interdivision soccer here in the Colonial Conference about to get underway. Number 15, Jake Silvestri, is under it, and he gets this one underway with a big kick to start, and that's going to go all the way to the parking lot and to the muddy grass below. We'll talk about taking initiative to start the ball game. I mean, that's something I don't see too often, but they're going to give the possession right to Audubon and right to Ben Cameron in the backfield. As he's going to send this one away, sends the boot off the head of Banel, and that's going to be a whistle right there. It's going to be set up on a free kick for Blaise LaFrance. LaFrance has been taking him a lot of them this year. He's got some sort of tape or bandage on his left knee. I don't know what he did, but hopefully doesn't affect his right boot here. Sends it away. A little frustrated with himself, as you could hear there. That's going to be an offsides call. So a lot of whistles in the first minute and 5 seconds. Usually, I mean, usually soccer games start pretty tame, at least from what I've seen, but this seems like this is going to be quite an intense game as, going down, losing his footing in the mud, number 5, Ryan Connor, the captain, goes back out to number 6, Reese Skilton. Bogan's got it to the right of the goalpost. Bogan sends it away. Skilton goes down, gets back up, and running around number 11, that being Jake Grice. Silvestri's got it. Goes back to Audubon's possession with RJ Homa, but not before Haddon Heights forces a move with number 4, Liam Wickberg. Off the chest of number 3, that being Will Loveridge. There we go. Here's a chance for Haddon Heights right here to get on Bogan right away. Oh, that's going to be a goal for Heights. A quick start for Haddon Heights makes it 1-0. As he was basically in the net when he scored. And that being number 8, Nolan Latchall, he gets in there. I mean, Bogan just kind of bobbled it a little bit again with that grass being so wet due to the rain that we've had the last couple of days. And also because this is pretty tall grass. That's going to be something that Audubon's going to have to work through, especially Dave Bogan. You know, he's used to playing his home games on turf. I don't know if he's played in any road games this year in the goalkeeper spot. But what's important is that, you know, you get to hang on to the ball, and because that would have been a save, but just a little bit of bad timing. Not Bogan's fault, you know. Ball's, slippery as a rock. Here goes Latchall again. Still in Audubon's possession, but that one's straight away, headed for the parking lot. That one's going to bounce off the fence there. Here in the middle of a busy thoroughfare, if you will. 295 is to our right, and behind us, Prospect Ridge Boulevard, or no, Devon Avenue, which leads to Prospect Ridge Boulevard. My grandparents live in Haddon Heights. They been in there for a long, long time, and they know this town very well. Throw in by LaFrance. Anastasios Novratides, that one's going to go out towards Tyler Woodsey on the right side. And it's going to be Audubon's ball for Anastasios. Going to flip it back to LaFrance. I think he knows his priorities well. I think he knows, who he's going to end up giving it up to. That one goes right to Coach Morrison on the sideline. Goes back into play. Terry Aaron with the header on defense. Going to number 20, Evan Rasici. Rasici still charging. Back to Silvestri. Fayer hops over him, and that's going to be a whistle. I think Silvestri questioned the call a little bit there. It's going to be a free kick for LaFrance. It used to be Hayden Wiltsey who was that kind of specialist, but now that he's off to TCNJ over in Ewing, now it's going to be his turn to be that guy in terms of free kicks, corner kicks. I think Blaze really got into the free kick kind of specialty role last year as a junior, and even before as a sophomore. There's Kyle Brown on the JV squad over there kicking it back in. Yeah, no JV game today. There's Jake Carlino over there. A lot of the JV guys making a packed bench, but I don't know if it was because of the weather or because of lack of players or referees or whatever reason it may be, but there is no JV game today. It's a good shot off of Ryan Connor. And there's another whistle. Going to be another free kick, this time again for the France. It looks like this time Ben Cameron's going to take it away. Cameron gets it over midfield, and that's going to go right out of play. Remember, this field at the Joe McCullough Sports Complex, this is a small field, even for high school soccer standards, which are even smaller than what you would usually expect, like for like MLS or Premier League. Like, they're half the size. But like what we've seen with these kind of games in high school, this is smaller than what you'd even expect at this kind of level. We've seen games at Audubon, which has a relatively larger field, but a lot of the games that are played on like open grass, they really do play at some of the larger fields in high school. So this one's going to be thrown in ball by Rasici, set up by Heights. Ben Cameron got a foot on it. That one's going into the trees. Best of luck to the player that has to find that ball. This will be sent away by Ben Cameron. 1-0 Heights here early. About 8 minutes elapsed in the first half as Banel and number 5, Ryan Connor, going back and forth. Silvestri goes down. And there's another whistle. A lot of whistles here early. A lot of fouls, a lot of free kicks. And it's not even that this has been a more physical game than usual. It's just interesting to see where these guys are setting up. And like, this is going to be a free kick here for number 3. Off the head. Homa tries to keep it in. Tried to go on a zigzag to Bogan, but couldn't get it. By the way, correction on the roster, that should be Max Ciavarelli in the goalkeeper spot for Haddon Heights, as he's wearing number 1. Instead of Sean Fisher, the junior. Shot up the middle. Heller got crossed up a little bit. Here's a chance for Heights, thwarted by Audubon again. Hassan Kasich going for it. That's going to hug the line and go out of play to the fan section. Burst of wind coming through. There's another one. Going out of play again. Nice stop by the fan. You can see that Heights player, Rasici, he actually is cupping the ball in his jersey to dry it off with how muddy the grass has been. Rasici gets a long run up, gets a great throw off the hands of Bogan, comes right back down after a big arc. Wiltzy's going to try to drive this one, goes back to Haddon Heights defense with Will Loveridge. And back to number 9, Quinn DeHam. It's out of play. Here comes the throw back in. Setting it up again. Might be a chance here for Ryan Connor, and it's through again. Goal Haddon Heights. This time Ryan Connor kept it on the ground and got it in the goal, and with just 11 minutes through in the first half, Haddon Heights leads 2-0. There's a liner by Banel, and remember, we've seen how Trent Banel plays before, where he's a very vocal guy. Oh, Bogan's coming out there. That might be dangerous, though. He's got to get back to the spot here with how much Haddon Heights has been controlling possession here in the first 11 minutes of the ball game. Silvestri. Back to Ryan Connor for a third try. Bogan slides in. That baseball experience over from Collingswood, that's helping him out there. And he slides in and makes a play. You're watching coverage of Audubon Green Wave Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcast. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. Here's the setup. Hassan Kasich rolling around. Back to Heller, and that's going to go out. Here we go. Ryan Connor. Heller led with it a little bit. No whistle. Rasici tries to set it up to the left. Here's another chance here. Running left to right here. Kasich gets it high. Back to Bannell with a perfect angle on the header. Wilkins got it. And that's out of play. Nice stop by the ball handler there. That was a great stop by the Heights ball handler. Rasici running with Heron. That one's out. Rasici throws. This one's got a good angle, but Bogan getting out there again with the save. Gets a straight angle on it. Kasich missed it. He's going to keep it in. In the corner, Fair is going to let that one go to the edge of the goalpost there. Don't forget, folks, we have 4 soccer features this next week. It is going to be a battle for us in these next 4 days. We've got 2 broadcasts tonight. We've got Glassboro and Clayton Friday night football, Woodbury and Gloucester in Woodbury with Saturday morning action. And then after that, we have community college softball. We have NCAA softball with the SUNY Purchase Panthers and the Salem Community College Mighty Oaks facing off at 4 p.m. from the Jackson Adventure Complex in Jackson, NJ, just up the road from Six Flags. And then on Sunday, we're doing the same thing over in Delaware. More information to come later as Bogan smothers it, gets all over that one and hangs onto it. Heights leads 2-0, about 14 and a half minutes surpassed here in the first half. Bogan with a liner. That one's going to land just short of midfield. Back to Heights' Liam Wickberg. And that's how to play. Here's another drive by Heights. Rasici trying to get in on that one. Heller slides. Gets it out to midfield, out towards number 11, Jake Grice. But as we were saying, 4 games this week for soccer. Cinnaminson and Delran on Monday. Palmyra and Burlington Township on Wednesday, the Hunt School of Princeton and the Life Center on Tuesday. Palmyra and Burlington Township on Wednesday, and then Deptford and Cumberland on Thursday. This is going to be a throw-in by Rasici. Here's a good shot. Bogan knocks it down. He's got it. Off the head of Ryan Connor, Rasici's going to wait for it, lets it drop. Zach Fayer comes in, and that one's going to roll. It's actually going to stay in play. That time it does not. Goes to the far sideline ball handler. This is going to be a throw-in by Rasici towards the goalpost, and Bogan soars over everyone and makes another save. I think he's making up for those first 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Was able to get it done. And he's made a lot of great saves in the 5 minutes that have followed that poor streak. But now it's 3. There's another one. A hat trick for Heights in the first 15 minutes of the ball game. This time it's off the foot of Jack Caminos, the senior captain. And Heights leads by a solid 3-0. Well, this surprised me. Especially, I mean, you know, Heights, I know they had a 4-game winning streak going on and they're 6-1 here in the month of September, but I would not have thought that they would have been riding this well this early. I mean, not to say that things can't improve for Audubon, but with every goal, with every stoppage, and with every setback, well, that's only going to make things a little bit worse, you know? It's only going to make things a little bit steeper of a hill to climb. Good throw in by LaFrance. Goes back to Bryce. Bogan slides. That was a close call. That could have been an injury, and also Nolan Leckow almost made it 4-0. If he didn't get on that one, that is disaster waiting to happen. Here's a drive, Bannell. We got a play. We almost got knocked by a stray soccer ball. That's what I was afraid of when I set up over here, but that'll happen. This will be sent away by Schiavarelli. Head. Ooh, Ricci got hit well there. LaFrance leading a little bit. Ricci goes down. I gotta say, Ricci is one of the more physical guys on this Haddon Heights team, and I know him from, you know, a couple of broadcasts that I've done for like middle school basketball, you know, a couple of years ago. He's definitely a good supporter of DWB, but for sure, I mean, you know, what we see from Ricci and from all these guys on Haddon Heights is that this is a very physical team, but unlike many physical teams that play, many over-physical teams that play soccer, these guys actually have the results to show for it. These guys actually have the wins in the record book that, you know, that keep them moving along, not just, you know, yeah, we're going to do this to you, but what do you have to say for it? What do you have to prove? Well, they've got the numbers to back it up, and that 4-game win streak by Heights, and along with that, the crazy games they've had this year, including winning Haddon Township for the first time in a while. That one's going to be another save by Bogan. Here's a drive. Bannell just couldn't get that one. Back to Will Loveledge. It's out of play. Hard-fought battle there on defense by Audubon, but Heights had the advantage. France. High header by Ryan Connor, and that one's going to sail in the parking lot, and it almost landed on somebody's hood of a Chevy Cruze. About halfway through the first half, Heights leads by a significant 3-0 score. And Schiavarelli's going to send this one away. Over Anastasios Novratides, that's out of play. Loveledge. Over to Grice. He's going to go towards the corner for Caminos. Off the head of Rasici, and Bogan bobbles it but hangs on. Off the head, number 5, Ryan Connor. Nick Caladros, one of the new subs in the game. By the way, Nico Natali is waiting to come in. Bogan with the save. Bogan gets a bit of a shorthanded kick, just falls short of midfield. Double header. And Cameron on defense sends it away again. Homa gets a bit of backspin on it. And some teammate collision there between Homa and Caladros. I mean, I don't know if it's the wind. I haven't heard anything, but I feel like when you have stuff like that, I mean, again, I'm not a soccer expert, but you need to keep that communication up. Casey Cameron, again, a new sub in the game. Back to Loveledge. Gets it out while hugging the line. France gets a 2-touch. 3-touch goes to Heller. Heller forces it through. He gets down a little bit, and then Cameron gets it out. It's going to be Height's ball for Caminos. He throws it in. And a nice header by Terry Herron to get that one out of play. Still going to be Height's ball. Well, that was almost an issue because they didn't know which one was the game ball and which one was the JV practice ball. A litany of subs coming in for Heights and Audubon, including number 22, Trent Begley, and number 16, which would be Elias Fusa. Nico Natale in for Audubon. Son Cassick is out. There's going to be a throw in by Heights. Gonna set up a good spot here. See what they can get by Fusa. 2-hopper right to Bogan. Comes back down. One goes from the far sideline. That one comes out. Well, one thing that I do know for sure is that after this game, I'm going to go home, I'm going to get a quick bite to eat, and then I'm going to go straight into pants. I'm gonna have to break out the sweatpants. The wind that's been coming on, I'm sure it's fine if you're inside, but out here, I mean, there's people with blankets, there's people with jackets on. They are all over the clothing spectrum. I'm gonna try this one again for number 9, and that one is gonna be high, just over the goalpost. Off the boot of Quinn to him. Just about 15 minutes left in the first half. This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 5-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Just ask for Carmine. Financing options are available.
Go, JJ!
Bogan's getting in there. He's got it. Off the head of Homa.
Go, JJ!
Homa keeping with it. Leading with the shoulder a little bit. I know you were talking about it, Vince, and I know neither of us are soccer experts, but I've been working the game of soccer for 2 years. This is just the beginning. There's a lot of teams that are way more physical than this. This is probably around middle of the road in terms of how tough the physicality actually is. That one is in the parking lot. Actually flinked off a light pole. Now, Vince, you went to Haddon Heights High School, and you went there since, like, you know, your freshman year. You went there for a while. Now, I see there's lights here. Do they, like, hold, like, 2 or 3 soccer games at night per year, or what is their deal?
Yeah, sometimes they like, they'll have a JV game or something going on in the field, one over from this.
Right.
Sometimes it depends. Usually, now with the lights here, sometimes, usually when a field is being used, they'll have them all on, not just the ones that are, you know, in backfield. So it's interesting. It's an interesting fit here. I'll give it that.
Homa gets a good angle on it, but goes right to Loveridge in the defense. Zach Fayer runs through, gets some good speed on that one. Casey Cameron knocks it down. Fayer towards the corner. This one's going to be a setup, and the first shot on goal for the goalkeeper, Max Ciavarelli, tonight. He hasn't had too many. Most of the possession has been Haddon Heights all day, every day. That one's out. Left and out of play. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Center, the place to be for all things wholesale cabinets and kitchen countertops. Wholesale kitchen cabinet. Yeah, excuse me. Wholesale kitchen cabinets and wholesale kitchen countertops. Visit today in their second brand new in-person location on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar, next to the 42 on-ramp. Heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. And it goes out with Francis Ball. Here we go. Here's a good shot. Fayer goes down. A good setup by Haddon Heights, just couldn't get it to work. There's a nice shot. That one goes out to the right. Sent by Caminos. Here's a corner. Sent a little bit wide. It's going to go back out to number 12, John Cataret. Blocked. Cataret again. Or excuse me, Trent Begley. Now Bogan's going to send this one away. Lands right at midfield in a barrage of Audubon's White and Haddon Heights' Garnet. Here's a nice shot. That one goes over and into the trees. Actually, that one landed in one of the bushes over there, so that'll be pretty easy to find. Sent away by Spencer D'Amico. With about 10 minutes left in the half, it is Haddon Heights 3, Audubon 0. Yeah. You're watching coverage of Colonial Conference Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments, drop me a line at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. Wilkins going to go out and get it again. I got to say, he's been running all over tonight. He's been running hog wild. A lot of pressure on Bogan, and he's let those 3 goals through, but don't let those numbers fool you. He's saved a lot of balls tonight. Daniel goes in for the slide. Casey Cameron coming in from the back. Goes to Fair. Stays in. And out of play. Good play there by Fair. Fair's got it again. Nope. No, he's gonna. He just shook off RJ Homer right there. Goes to Alice Fusa. Heron up and to the right of the booth. Substitution coming in for Haddon Heights. That would be number 17, Milan Stocker. Stocker's going to throw this one in. Nico Natale couldn't get that one. Sean Rizzi back in the ball game for Audubon, the freshman.
Nice, JJ! All right, JJ!
Sent in the air by number 12, that being John Cataret, but that's out of play. Homa's got it. He's going to drive, and it's going to go to the left and off the fence. He's sent away by Ciavarelli. Header by Bannell sends it the other way. Back down to number 13, Josh Boiling. Cameron with the header. That one goes out to Boiling. Boiling will throw this one in. Homa. Sent away by number 17, Stocker. Fair with the throw immediately intercepted by Haddon Heights. And off the chest of number 1. No, that would be Ciavarelli. So I guess Sean Fisher is the goalie after all, but there's 2 number 1s. There's a number 1 in the highlighter green in the goalkeeper spot, but there's also number 1 on the field. So that creates a little confusion for us broadcasters, but you work through it. So, excuse me, that would be Sean Fisher in the goalkeeper spot. Again, should have just gone with my judgment all this time. RJ Homa passes it through the middle of the Bannell. Goes right past 2 Heights defenders. Nico almost had it, but couldn't get it.
I told him I'm busy. I have like one of those.
It is going to be a washout tomorrow all day. But luckily we'll be indoors tomorrow in Clayton. They have brand new football field over there down in Clayton, about 30 minutes south of here. Big thanks to John Chamberlain and Dan Antonelli for having us out there, and also big thanks to Anthony Reagan and Dan Howie for having us in Woodbury Saturday morning. players, and that one got a play. White's back in it. Ooh, bit of a muffed kick there by Lovelids. Stays in for Stocker, and it goes out of play. Talley knocks it. That's out. Schiavarelli. Now Fair throws it back in. That one is sent away. Taken in by Bogan. Sliding in, and successful is Boiling. Jake Grice back to Homa in Audubon's possession. Ball comes together there. Cameron with the two-touch. Goes to France. That one's going to be a chase in the corner. Battle gets shoved, and that's out of play. Looks like this is going to be a corner, and it's going to be Heron who's going to get it in. He's actually going to throw it inside. A throw from what might as well be the corner. Here we go. Getting it up, getting it over. Caladros can't get there. LaFrance sets it up, gets blocked hard, goes back to Heights, but not done yet. Audubon keeps possession just for now. Fair. That one is blocked and out of play right in front of us. Fair with the throw. That one is up, away, and a big save there by Sean Fisher. That would have been one of the longest goals we've seen in a long time if that happened. Taken in, and Bogan with another save. Yeah, getting almost done here in the first half. Heights leads by a good amount. That one's out. Bunch of subs coming in at the last moment for Haddon Heights. See what they roll with here. Bogan's got it. 14, Greg Rotolo. Rotolo comes back down. And I think this is a lot of Heights' bench. They're giving him a lot of reps here, even in the first half, with Heights up big early. Aaron back with it. Cameron's got it. Gets a little bit of a push. 3-on-1. Oh no. Oh. Oh. That's gonna end the first half, and probably a good time for that guy, man. Oh. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. 3-0 Haddon Heights. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
DJK Roofing is an American-known company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Second half here at the Devon Avenue Field and the Joe McCullough Sports Complex here in Heights. Haddon Heights leads 3-0 pretty steadily here in the first half. They got a great deal of offense early, and now they're looking to ride on that as they look for their 5th straight win. I'm Dan Wilkins here with Haddon Heights grad Vincent Focht here at the Devon Avenue Field. Hope you guys are having a good one, and I hope all of you are staying warm because all of you are going to need it. Again, like I said, I'm making a pit stop and I'm switching into pants when I get home. I mean, I don't know how a lot of these guys are doing it. It's pretty windy out here, but other than that, rain has stayed out. It's been cloudy, but still overall has been good compared to what we've had the last couple of days and overall the last couple of weeks as well. Just been rain, 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 rain. So now Audubon's task will be to get back in this one here in the second half. There's Tyler Wiltsey standing over the middle. Audubon on the right side of your screen with the white jerseys, yellow accents, and green numbers. And then Haddon Heights on the left side of your screen with the maroon red jerseys and the yellow accents with yellow numbers. Great header to start the second half off of number 6. Reese Skilton. Here's Will Loveridge. Loveridge is going to send this one away on a liner. Ryan Wallace in the game for Audubon. A couple of substitutions and a couple of bench guys, but mostly starters for both sides. Maybe Haddon Heights a little more on the substitution side than the others. There's Caladros, the junior, sending it back out to Kasich, going the other way. Rasici charging hard. This one has a chance if he can cross him up. Cross past Caladros, he slides, and that's out of play. A change for Audubon, by the way, in the second half. Andrew Troe relieves Dave Bogan. So this will be a send away here by Zach Fayer, the sophomore, class of 26. Liner. Kasich goes along. It's out of play. Yeah, they're going to call handball there on Anastasios Navratidis. Looked like he tried to back out of it a little bit, but just too little too late, and Heights will get the ball back here with Fisher in the bright green. You can't miss Sean Fisher in the goalkeeper spot. You couldn't miss him a mile away. That's some of the brightest goalkeeper uniforms and kits that I've seen in a long time. 2 Audubon players go down, LaFrance and Bannell. Caladros, he goes down, and that'll be called. Anastasios not too happy with that one. LaFrance going to back up pretty far on this one. See what he can get on it. Here we go. Liner. Off the head of Ryan Connor. Ooh, Ben Cameron got tossed over there. Troe in, he's got it. Got it well before Nolan Lackall could get on that. Over Bannell. And goes to, I think that's Connor Wendell on the sideline. I think that's Connor. No, that would be Tristan Chain over there. Audubon seems like they're now leading the possession here early in the second half, and as I say that, ball goes right back to Haddon Heights. Oh, there we go, gets crossed up. Number 8 on number 8, and it's going to be goal number 4 for Haddon Heights. This time Rasici adds onto it. Evan Rasici adds onto the pouring as it's 4-0 Heights. Well, this has been a great game for Haddon Heights, back and forth, and just overall you know, they've been dominant with those 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. They kind of stagnated a little bit, but now they are back in the driver's seat. And of course, the kiss of death being the fact that I said, well, that Audubon was leading the possession in the second half. But I mean, Heights had control all first half, and now they're looking to capitalize on that and add on to it. You know, this is getting to near blowout territory. We've seen a couple of games like this before. You know, I've had several soccer games in my time covering these games that are 7-1, 8-0, and you know, there's just been some real humdingers out there, and there's been some real you know, kind of less than ideal games, but you deal the hand you're given. And also, we're doing both games today for the sake of making sure, you know, not 100% intentionally the fact that we're doing both of these games, but the fact that we're going to hit 200 broadcasts today. I wanted Audubon, my home school, to be the home of our 200th broadcast. This is our 199th broadcast, and then 200th is going to be tonight at 7 o'clock. So it's going to be fun. There we go. This is going to be another chance. It's going to set it up, and that's going to be another one. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. The pouring continues, and there's not even rain in the sky. It's 5-0. And it's going to be Nolan Lackall who's going to get it again for Heights. Unbelievable. Well, I think after losing to Collingswood 2-0 on Tuesday, a team that had not beaten them since 2018. Oh, that's a big hit off the back of Silvestri. Luckily, it looks like we're going to get out of here around 5:30, maybe 5:45, so we're still going to have some time. Up in the air, LaFrance, or rather, kicked by LaFrance, brought down by Bannell. So yeah, now the ball is completely in Haddon Heights' territory, and that's out of play. Look out in the stands. They're going to hang out of that one. Thrown in Novratidis. Wallace can't hang on to that one. Oh, spinning around. Almost went for a piggyback ride. That one's going to go out of play and towards 295. Going to be sent in to Ben Cameron. He's going to send this one away. Silvestri. Ryan Connor had to figure out who's going to get that ball. No, Vertitas getting really aggressive with it. Bannell at midfield, gets it across. George Heller coming in through, coming in hot, and it's going to be to the left. Well, I guess, Vince, it was a good night for you to go to your homecoming game for Heights soccer. One Audubon guy, one Heights guy. We see it two completely different ways. That's what you get. Bannell can't hang on to that one. Tried to get a good angle on it, but just a little bit off. Heller with the backwards. If that stayed in, that would have been great, but don't think it would have had much consequence either way from where he was positioned. Here comes the throw. That's going to be called dead. Going to go the other way. And a substitution, Sean Rizzi coming in for Audubon. Coming out will be Ryan Wallace. A 5-0 shellacking, to put it lightly. got a chance, blocked by Caladros, goes back to Ryan Connor. Oh my goodness. Wow. 6-0 Haddon Heights. I did not think it was going to be this bad. But you get what the cookie crumbles. Daniel's got it. Stasios. Tyler Wilkins got it. I think if Audubon can get on the board, that's what they need to do. That one takes a bunch of hops and goes to Sean Fisher. Up in the air. Good spin, but gets down. Back to Wiltsey. In the corner from Wickberg, and that's going to go out. There's another chance. Can't get it. Rice has it. Guarding Kasich. Fayer gets tangled up, or rather Heller tangles Jake Rice up. That's going to go down off the chest of Wiltsey. Kasich up. It's an angle, goes to the out of play land near the corner flag. There's a shot. Blocked. Bannell with the header goes out to the right. Will stay in for Wickberg. He's got to get up the tempo. That goes right to the ball handler who catches it one-handed. Throw in by LaFrance off the high shot by Novaratitis, and it goes out. We'll see. Can't hang on. Oh, and he's going to be limping a little bit on that one. I think he got hit in a bad spot. Oh, close, but saved by Fisher. He throws it back in. This one might go the other way. Here's another drive by Heights. They're going to set this one up for Cominos, and it's going to land just short. The air, very short. Back out to Bryce. It's going to be a tough play for Heron. Going to stay in for Rasici, though. He's going to drive through. Maybe another chance off the post and out of play. This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call, 856-412-0118. ahead of Bannell. That one goes over to sideline and out of play. Goes right to Fisher. Had a good angle, just couldn't hang out of it. Elias Fusa out there guarding Kalajos. Going to go over everybody. Going to be sent by Fisher. Gets the boot. Going to be short of midfield. Gets a tap from Josh Boiling. He's out of play. There's a good chance here. Bannell setting it up, back and forth with Natale. What can they get? That one's going to go out of play. No good, wide left. That one's going to be out. With Elias Fusa out there. Here comes Nico Natale. He's got a good charge. Caladro's working with it. That is way up and gonna land just short of the stands.
Nice job.
Back in. Rizzi. And Cameron called for it, goes back down to Heron. He knocks it down, keeps it on the ground, and that's going to go out for Ben Cameron. It's going to be Audubon ball for Blaise LaFrance. He's kind of the everything guy on this team. He does throw-ins, free kicks, corner kicks, does everything except for goal kicks. That's Ben Cameron's job, mostly because he's a defender. That one goes right to Fisher. Here's a shot. Double header with almost a fusion there. One goes back to Anastasios. And that one goes out on the sideline. Jake Rice charging on that one. Here's the throw. The throw didn't even get back into the field. I was going to say, that's a dangerous pass to make, putting it right in the path of Haddon Heights strikers. Might be setting up an opportunity to make it 7-0. Speaking of, well, that didn't go. That one went to the right of Tro.
I don't think
Tro's got to run out for that one. Going to go out to George Heller. Just now approaching the halfway mark in the half. Feels like it has been going on forever. I don't know if it's just because of the lopsided score, but I mean, it's only 5:11. You know, I've been here since about 3 o'clock, so you know, I thought we were going to start at 3:45. I ended up starting at 4. Still, you know, these guys have been hanging out for a while. Audubon got here before a lot of the Haddon Heights guys did on their home squad, because a lot of the juniors and seniors, with this not being on Haddon Heights High School campus, that's like a little bit further down the road. I think it's what, like, I'm trying to think of where it is. It's like it's near Station Avenue, right? Near Kings Highway or what?
Second Avenue.
Yeah, Second Ave. Yeah, so I mean, I've driven past it before. I've never done a game actually at the high school, but yeah, juniors and seniors, they've got to drive their way to the field. So when Audubon's bus pulled up, Haddon Heights for the home side only had about like 5 players probably actually taking warm-up shots, and maybe another 3 or 4, if that, running it down, you know, on the bench. Ciavarelli out to Loveridge. Sean Rizzi still with it. Off of Fusa, that's going to be a tough battle to stay in. LaFrance spins it around, and that's going to be a handball. It was not called. They were certainly looking for it because it looked like it hit off of it, but didn't get it. Tro almost dropped it in the goalpost. That would have been disastrous if it led to another. Header by Grice. Here comes the throw. Gets in there. That was caught by the ref. How many times do you see a ref catch the ball? I mean, he was out of play anyway, so it didn't really matter. Heights driving. Bryce crosses him over. Here's another shot through the legs. Tro has to trap it. That went right through the legs of an Audubon defender in Caladros. And just mere feet away from making it 7-0 Heights. A lot of the substitutes in here for Haddon Heights, including number 19, Ben Mizuko. Trent Bagley also in the game. Elias Fusa. Again, Max Ciavarelli. Number 10, Spencer D'Amico. A lot of these guys have been in since the latter part of the second half, especially, the latter part of the first half, considering that these guys have been just kind of hanging around ever since the game really started to get out of hand with 3-0, but Heights had 3 goals in the first. They now have 3 in the second, which makes things just a little bit more interesting for these guys, as they will most likely have their 5th straight win by the end of the night. That one's out. And we'll see what the Haddon Heights girls team can do as well, if they can do a clean sweep here at 7 p.m. I'm sure a lot of the Haddon Heights boys soccer players are going to be attending that game as well for Thursday Night Lights, if you will. that's going to be a good game, I think, as well. But Audubon girls soccer is 9-0 this year, and a crazy statistic that we're going to talk about during the game. But I'll preface that game with this anecdote about the game that we're going to have at 7 o'clock. Audubon girls soccer is 9-0. Remember, they won the Group 1 state title at Keene University in 2018. What's important to note, oh, that one is going to be sent away. Look out. That one is going to fall short, and it's going to go right past, just past the grandstand there. But what's important is not only is Audubon 9-0, the first game of the season was a game that we covered. It was Northern Burlington and Audubon. Northern Burlington scored first, and it was 1-0 early in the second half. 1-0 early in the first half. Audubon stormed back, and they won 3-1. Since that game on September 7th, they have not conceded a single goal. Not a single goal. Since September 7th, they have had a streak of scoring 42 goals in a row without a single goal being surrendered. And that one goal that they've allowed all season was the first goal allowed all season, and the last one. It was like 10 minutes. I remember I covered the game. It was 101 degrees outside, which hard to believe that September, at the start of this month, we had days in 101 degrees, and now we have degrees that feel like 50. It's going to be a free kick for La France. But since that goal was the first one scored on the season, Audubon, including on that opening match, did not allow a single goal for the rest of the campaign. That one is sailed, and that one's gonna get saved by a tree. So no save by the goalie, but a save by the oak wood or the maple wood, whatever's out there. It's gonna save it from going into the bushes. I think that might be the Haddon Heights Park out there. I don't know what that is behind there, or it just might be woods. Just might be forest among forest. I see. Because I was gonna say, I know the Haddon Heights Park has the cannons out front. I love riding my bike around that path until it suddenly stops. There's a point on the bike path where it actually just stops and you have to go up the grass hill, which I learned very quickly. But yeah, there's an extension of that path that takes you into the Haddon Lake. Oh yeah. Into the Haddon Lake Park. Oh, that one was a whiff. By Loveridge, headed by Caladros. And he got taken down there. Big hit for number 19, Ben Mizuko. Oh, nice play to the left by Fisher to hang on to that one. There's the boot. Yeah, I'm getting chills down my spine right now. It is freezing. And the sad part is, it's only going to get worse when the sun falls, when the sun sets.
In between games, we gotta stop.
Yeah, we gotta get something hot. That one is sent away. Go right back to the goalkeeper. Actually, it looks like we're going to get done at 5:20, so that's going to give us a really good window, even with starting 15 minutes behind schedule. Looks like a couple JV guys are ready to come in for Audubon, even in the blowout game. Even those that are on the receiving end of that are going to get some reps, and here's what we got. Anthony Wicks coming in, along with, well, I had their JV roster the other day. Brian Wallace is back in as well. LaFrance coming out. Stasios coming out. Dylan Gallagher in the game as well. There we go, number 12, Andrew Furchin in the game. Off the leg of Ciavarelli. Cameron to his brother Casey Cameron, and that goes to Mike Tomasetti on the sideline. Well, a real testament to how a game is going is showing the sidelines on both sides, and Caladros is going to send that one into the bushes. But if you look at Haddon Heights' sideline and their grandstand, you can see a pretty packed bunch from end to end with parents alike down there. But then on Audubon's side, a lot of them have departed. But again, you have these kind of games in high school soccer. They're not uncommon. I mean, just from an objective standpoint, did I think that this was going to be a 6-0 game? Absolutely not. In none of the last 5 appearances between these two teams was the deficit any worse than 2. And Haddon Heights is going to improve to like 6-0, 7-0, something like that in their last couple meetings. But Heights, remember, the last time they lost to Audubon was September 16th, 2019. So about 4 years ago. And one thing that's important to remember is that Haddon Heights plays Salem tomorrow at 4 o'clock. And they've got a couple more. They've got Haddon Township next as well in Haddon Township. Well, no, here's the thing. Haddon Township has fallen a lot this year. They lost to Haddonfield 5-0 in a game where the year before, Haddon Township turned it around and won 5-1. But they lost their head coach, Jim Bonder. They lost almost all of their star players, including Luke Chatton and Gabe Chatton. Gallagher's running hard on the sideline there, with Milan Stocker out there. Sent away by Mizuko. Here's a good chance here. Tro knocks it down, and he's got it. Yeah, it looks like mostly all of the starters are out for Haddon Heights. Audubon still has some starters in, like Trent Bennell. Ben Cameron's still out there, but not many. Tro is going to scoop that one up. About 7:45 left in the half. About 5:23 p.m. here in Heights. It's going to drop. Oh, that one took a clipping to Mizuko. Back to Anthony Wicks. We've got a whole other host of guys. Kyle Brown, Noah Salerno coming in, or planning to come in. And then number 23, Andrew Furchin as well. And here we go. Kyle Brown, Noah Salerno, and Furchin, the other Furchin brother, in for Audubon. See, we covered the JV game on Tuesday. We have another one right now. So, and even some JV guys for Haddon Heights who I do not have on my roster. Number 3? What's his name? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kyle Brown's got it. Pass it up to Gallagher. Close to the corner, Gallagher goes for a tumble, and it actually hits the corner flag. You don't see that every day. Usually it, goes to the left or to the right. I've never seen it hit it square on the dot, right on the corner flag. So Aaron Furchin and Andrew Furchin are both in. And they're identical twins, too, which makes it all the more fun. Tro tried to save it. He put himself out there. Now he's got to get back to it. Raymond Barrera, the senior, also in the game. Rizzi goes for a tumble with number 6, Anthony Dubon out there as well. Barrera sends it away. Dubon scored the only goal in the JV win over Collingswood in a 1-0 win Tuesday. We've had a couple of close calls tonight. And of course, when we were in, that's off the head and it goes out. We had one game this year where the soccer balls, they kept coming, they kept hitting the table legs, they kept hitting everything. Where's that play? This is going to be a throw in by Witz. He's going to be thrown in by number 22, Trent Begley. Tro is going to send this one away. Now it's number 21, Mike Pender. Dubon hanging out in the corner. Sent in by John Cataret. Almost done here in Heights. About 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left, rather, in regulation. Haddon Heights leads Audubon by an impressive 6-0. Haddon Heights would improve to 7-1 with their 5th straight win. Their last loss being September 14th, and their only loss of the year being September 14th versus West Deptford. And honestly, you can't really give a player of the game to anybody specific. The entire Heights offense contributed. I think there were 6 different players who got a goal. So everybody's been working hard out there. Kyle Brown gets crossed up. Off the chest of Matt DiMatteo. Dubon's driving. What has he got in him? He's 2-on-1. Gonna go back to Raymond Barrera. Sean Rizzi's got it. Gets past Witz. With Mizuko. He goes down. That being Jack Alexander. Everyone's going down, getting a shove, and that's going to be Andrew Fletcher. This is going to be a free kick by Witz. Getting pretty close to the sideline, and also getting pretty close to the end of this one. Gets right past Dubon. Tyler Wilkes already in his jacket. You can see a lot of these guys done for the day. Throw in, and they're going to hold on to it. Venture's got it. Dubon still hugging the line there. With number 14, Greg Rotolo. Gallagher's got it. Yes, gonna be a throw in for Heights. That's it on our regular scoreboard. Should have some extra time still. goes past him, and it's going to actually go right to Tro, sliding in and with a hard fall. That being Matt DiMatteo. Sent away by Fisher. That one goes out. Blocked by Tro. It's going to go out.
Doggy gets a seat now.
Comes the throw from Heights. Tro's got it. That'll do it. Heights wins 6-0 over Audubon, their biggest win in at least 5 years, as they improve to winning their 7th straight in head-to-head matchups over the Audubon Green Wave, and this, the biggest goal differential of any, as Heights scores 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and puts on an absolute barrage over Audubon as they fall to 5-4, losing their second straight in an unexpected manner. Haddon Heights improves to 7-1. They will win their 5th straight. Their only loss this year being September 14th versus West Deptford. That'll do it here at the Devon Avenue Fields and the Joe McCullough Sports Complex. Actually, it won't do it today, but it'll do it for this specific broadcast, because we're going to pack up and we're going to make our way over to the Greenway Turf for night soccer with the girls' side this time. Audubon and Haddon Heights, same 2 teams, just different teams, if that makes sense. From everybody here at DWB, my producer Vincent Folks, my social media coordinator Anthony DePalma, my graphics crew Gavin Van Rel and Caleb Lane, I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you in about an hour and a half. Heights win 6-0.